What's up, y'all? Welcome to, man, I don't even know what to call this, to be honest with you, but we're going to say this. It's the Summer 25 playlist from Reach Records. I'm Trig from Holy Culture Radio. If you're not sure what Holy Culture is, we exist to provide a platform to help artists succeed in Christian hip-hop. That's one of the things we do. But more importantly, one of the things we love to do is find new artists and bring them to you. And that's difficult to do sometimes. But Reach Records makes it a little easier every year when the summer playlists come out. So like you, I was disappointed last year when there was no summer playlist. This year it's back. It's the 6th version. So if you were a young kid when they first came out, you're an adult now. If you were that 14, 15, 16-year-olds, you're an adult now, which means you can consume at your pleasure. And with me, of course, is the man himself, the legend, Lecrae's in the building.
Oh, my goodness. I appreciate the opportunity to be here with you, man.
No, I appreciate the opportunity. Yeah. Thank you for having me yet again. And for those who've been rocking along with this, we have to tell you, today you will hear the final playlist. So you've been following, you saw the first time we sat for the draft, you saw other clips, so on and so forth. Today we're gonna go through the full playlist right here, the first time. So buckle up. If you need to get popcorn, if that's you, now's the time. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. We talk about a little something before we jump into the playlist. Let's start here though. Lecrae, when you think about the playlist every year and what the team is tasked to do, how do you see that?
So let me tell you, one of the reasons why I love the playlist, and also I gotta say this as well. The reason why I'm excited to be, linking up with you and Holy Culture is because, like, as you said, CHH is such a community in a pivotal world for transformation, especially within this younger culture. Mm-hmm. And this is not Reach Records like trying to highlight Nike or Trip Lee or any. This is us saying, how do we give back to the CHH community, and how do we platform some young artists who, otherwise wouldn't have that level of exposure. This one specifically gets me excited because, man, there's some people I hadn't even previously heard of, and so so it's like the red carpet's really getting rolled out for people who maybe the world at large doesn't know, but there's tribes and communities that love these young artists. And so,
absolutely.
But when I think about the summer playlist, man, I think about legacy. And as you said before, this has been something that was created 7 years ago. Like you said, like you were a teenager and now you're an adult.
Right.
And this has been a part of your journey and your walk.
Right.
And for us to miss a year is almost like saying we didn't show up for a moment in your life.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, we're back. We're knocking on the door and giving you new music, and then also putting people in front of you that you've probably never heard, or you need to hear, or you do know, and you're excited that they have an opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you ready to roll into some music?
I'm ready to do it,
All
man.
right, so we're going to get started, y'all. Man, we're going to put our cans on so we can hear it at full volume. I encourage you to...
I have not heard this finished playlist. This is what's about to be crazy. I'm a whole musician, entrepreneur, executive, and I'm going in the blind.
For the first time.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is going to be awesome. All right, let's do it.
Ooh. Oh, girl, you see what all these people saying on the blogs? Everybody got beef for true.
I have to say, Ace is cheating with that. He's cheating.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Porsche is so consistent.
Anika and Porsche back.
So consistent.
Holy Girl Summer. Okay.
That really hung the sun on that wood. We tryna sleep the king, he running everything, but he live it out, so what's good? My man, he put me in the diamond ring. House my God be breaking chains. I don't play about my thing. Do your dance with G.O.D. Like go. Yeah, Holy Girl Summer beginning. If we got Jesus, we winning, okay?
Anika has been so consistent in her growth.
Yeah.
Like, it's just cool to see her keep growing. And Porsche brings an energy.
Porsche commands attention.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know how some people you see him live on stage, but then it doesn't transfer to records?
Right.
Not the case with Porsche.
My goodness. Do it now. There's nobody else like her.
Shout out to God, the realest, what I know. Hold the realest. My God, the biggest. Never catch him tripping. Power
go.
Trust in the Lord to help me keep from sleeping. Let's be honest, the mother gods can never measure up. Standing under an open heaven, tell them fill me up. We walk by faith, follow his lead, do whatever he say so. Enemy out of my way, throw up my past, they gon' see that it's case closed. Don't let distractions keep you.
This is how we starting off the summer.
Right.
In your Bible. Ain't with the drama praying.
Oh my goodness.
Cause we did trouble down that road before. I tried the world, but never helped me cope. I called the realest, he threw me the rope. King of kings, he opened doors.
It's already stuck in my head. They got something with that.
Gon' do it now. Did it before. Shout out to God, the realest one I know. King of kings, he opened doors.
You know what's so funny? At the first playback, one of the things we both said is there was only like one song or two that stayed in our heads in terms of the chorus.
Yeah.
We just broke that.
Yep. Facts.
We just broke that.
Facts.
We just broke that.
Man, that
We
is
just broke that.
I mean, it's a summer anthem. They need to make a whole project together. I feel like
They why? Yeah. Why is that not a thing?
I
yet?
don't know. It's too consistent. Like it doesn't make sense for them to not do that.
And this may be inappropriate to say, but like Anik, you know how when someone is pregnant and you see the glow upon them, her music is even glowing during her pregnancy.
I'm with that.
Her music is glowing too.
I'm with that.
Her music is glowing. The other thing to me, Dre and Ace, that was from Don't Worry About It. It's almost like now they're owning that sound as a part of when they come together.
This song wasn't in the playback original or the original songs that we got to listen to, so it's almost like unfair that they just slid it in. It's almost like a draft pick, NBA draft comes around and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we got this kid named Kobe Bryant.
Right,
We're just gonna slide him in here.
And not in the middle, at the front. They didn't even like slide it in the middle. You know what I mean? So it's kind of offensive.
Right.
Just slide it up front. Ace and Dre, man, y'all cooking.
That's a win. That's a certified
That's
win.
a love. Yeah.
How do you do that? How do you just
Love it. Love it.
Sheesh.
Okay. All right.
I'm winning.
You ready to go to song number 2?
Let's go.
It's gonna be tough. Should we tell them now about the status of these songs? Because they're probably wondering, are we picking?
Okay.
How are we going to pick?
That's a good point.
They're probably wondering.
That's a good point.
I
Yes.
don't want to leave them on the cliff. I don't
That's
want to leave
true.
them hanging on the cliff. We'll
That's
tell you
true.
right now, everything we're playing is making the playlist.
Yeah.
The draft is done.
The draft is done.
So you don't have to load us up with comments. Oh, it's got to be this one. Relax.
Yeah.
And enjoy the show.
We're hearing what has made the playlist. Ace and Dre already cheated and eliminated stuff before they gave us this, like, buffet.
Yes.
And so this is the playlist.
Yeah.
Y'all are witnessing it right now.
You can relax and consume.
Yeah.
Let's hit the second song. Pop out.
The saga continues.
So this is Trendsetter
Many are
Sense,
called,
Big
few are
Breeze,
chosen.
Keon
Yahweh the
Boone.
biggest. The time is now. Trendsetter Sense, Keon Boone, Big Breeze.
I got pressure with demons, don't like that. If I call up the bros, they gon' spin back. If he walking with God and he keep him on Bible, I'm telling you, that is a life hack. Knock him down, but they gon' need a buyback. Take the cap off,
I
don't
love
care
a
about
good
cap. I been walking with God tryna run
New
off.
York
If they ask me
DJ
my son, they
intro.
get off. Let's take it to 10 and go rock out.
And not everyone can do
I
it.
hop in this whip
Yeah.
and get top out. Y'all we the biggest in my house.
Breezes.
Cause you know we gon' pop out.
He makes it sound easy.
I won't eat that fruit from the tree. If God didn't tell me to leave, then I'm probably finna go pop out.
NIV on my hip, let's go rock out. Promise that's all I need when I pop out. So don't test me, I feel like I dropped out. It is crazy, my last boss said that I'd never be nothing. That's the last time I clocked out. Man, I'm thankful for Jesus. I walk with the Bible. I used to just walk with the Glock out. I never try to just sit back and think about
They complement each other really well.
They do.
Yahweh forgave what I did. Thought I ran
Yeah,
out
to
of
me,
the
this
love
is
for my kin. Demon run up, all I know is go spin. I want the favor of Jesus,
it's on par with what's going on in mainstream right now.
Right.
You know?
These shoes come from Payless. I never care about the enemy, just know we
Pop out. Let's take it to 10 and
Yeah,
go
Keon
rock
and
out.
Breeze, that's a good chemistry.
Y'all we the biggest in
Keon
my
has been
house.
killing
Don't
it.
let the trick 'cause you know
He's
we
in
gon'
Florida, right?
pop out.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, yeah.
He's been killing it.
I won't eat that fruit
Breeze
from
is
the
Atlanta.
tree. If God didn't tell me to lead, then I'm probably finna go. I been like that, I'm reading the Revelation. Know they scared when they hearing the sound off. Sunday morning, I'm posted at Victory. I'm trying to hear by the word it deliver me.
That was Victory Church in Atlanta.
Had to tell them my brothers don't envy me. Mr. Harley and Fresh, yeah, they know it. I don't gotta show out just to show it. I can sense that the devil been lurking. Don't need to walk around like I'm too perfect. If I didn't go to church, I probably be posting on comments and serving at churches. See my brothers, they doing the same thing. They keep spinning, they going in circles. Follow Jesus, they calling me Urkel. Thank the Father, I turn to Stefan when I pop out. Let's take it to 10 and go rock out. I hop in this wood, make it tap out.
Beat switch. All right, beat change up.
I see that it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
I won't eat that fruit from the tree. If God didn't tell me to leave, then I'm probably finna go pop out.
Man.
That's solid. That's super solid. Like, I love Keon. Keon just gives me the energy of just like it's raw, it's authentic. And then Breeze. So for me, I've been listening to Breeze for years. Like I've gotten to work with him in the hood with Scott Free, just going door to door, serving food and seeing his maturity as a man.
Right.
But it's dope to see his maturity as an artist. Because even some of the stuff he's talking about, it's not just, fluff. I'd rather, if I wasn't serving at my church, I'd be doing this. And, just hearing more content. I love it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That was a good collab. Huge shout out to, again, the A&R team, man, for putting them two together.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure who did the track, but it's so complimentary to them as well.
Yep.
And Breeze kind of owns that sound in the trap space to me.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. It's hard, too, in 2025 to not get bored after hearing certain things over and over again. And so I think this is it's solid. Like, it's a solid record.
And doing the playback, I'm not sure those two were together on this song in the playback.
I don't feel like.
I don't think
maybe.
so.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, it's solid.
We see y'all working.
I give it a solid. Yeah, it's a solid.
We see y'all working.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, let's go to the next one. It's Glory Fall, Mizo, 1K Few.
All right.
I remember this one.
Mizo is. She's next and now.
Where's she from?
South Georgia.
South Georgia. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let your glory rain. Let your glory rain down. Bob on me and I call it a weapon. Georgia and me, but I'm stepping in Texas. Damage on me, but I'm
If I could dance, I would.
My insurance don't need to be crystal.
I can't, but I'm still moving.
I'm never gonna sweat on my no long wife, so why would I settle?
Hold on, stop it. Pause it. She did not have to go this hard.
She is. Listen, this was from the playback. This was one of, if not my favorite song from the playback.
Oh my goodness!
She just hits the pocket so perfectly in the delivery. It just hits. Remember, I said during the playback, I said this to me is one of those songs that some Sunday morning pastors would endorse and play.
Bro, this is breaking news. I haven't shared this. I'm gonna just be 100. I heard her on this playlist when we first played it back.
Right.
I told Ace, put her on my album.
Really?
I said, put her on my album.
Really?
She's that amazing. The space needs more godly women. In mainstream, you got Glorilla and Cardi and Sexy Red and all these women just dominating. And it's like, where is our, I won't say response, but where's our alternative? And I feel like, man, shout out to Anike and Porsche doing their thing, and holding it down. And it's like, we need more.
We need more.
So, yeah, man, run that Mizo. My goodness.
Got word I'm explore. They keep calling, I know it. Like that rock bell, fight bell, boy. Been running up, I'm throwing my oil. Exit 3, can't waste my time on O. I'm trying to reap promise and being rain out. Twin, my milk might spoil. Hand clapping round, I'm on a mission. Praise that holy name, I'm cooking up, I'm in the kitchen. And Matthew would say men, but I come from men, so I'm fishing. All these blessings stacking, no subtraction, just a addition.
She can really rap. Like, I'm hearing bars.
Right, bars.
And she's in the text. I'm hearing Exodus.
Bars. I love her tone.
Yeah.
Too. I love her tone.
Oh.
Let your glory fall. Let your glory rain. Let your glory fall. Let your glory rain. Let your glory
I believe her. I believe the intensity too.
Let your glory fall, let your glory rain, yeah.
Lord, I've been hurting, I need me a blessing. I ain't even supposed to be asking you a question. Put my hand, I let me a lesson. Woke me up early, let me out in this question. Holy Ghost, please forgive me. I ain't gonna cap your name, I did it on purpose. I need some Jesus with me. Long little crocodile hunt, I'm stepping on serpents. I don't need no snake skin. I was in the lines then, trapping with them cavemen. Can't believe I lost my birth certificate, had to get born again. When I lost my dog, it ripped my heart, I ain't trying to get torn again. What we doing? 007 ain't bound with a suit and tie, I'm on the man.
That baseline change up is new. That wasn't there before.
Yeah. Sounds good though.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. All right, I gotta say this, and I can say this because I know few. Matter of fact, I'm talking to you. Rap like you rap when you're featuring with other people all the time. You are at your peak performance when you know someone else is on that track killing. Like he just.
What's different for you?
His creativity. It just. So, you know, some people can wake up good, but they got to work to be great.
Right.
That's few. Few is he wakes up good.
Right.
He doesn't have to try to be good.
Right.
But to be great, he got to put in some effort. And I hear the effort. I hear the like little nuances, like yawning when he's rapping it. It's like you know the lyricism, the bars. Like he shows up, and I think it's like a great player when you playing against better competition.
Right.
You show up.
Right.
So
I love the thing you said about Mizo and acknowledging her, adding her to the album, and that's just I just want to take a quick pause. That's one of the things I think we've come to love about the summer playlist. Like for me, as a man, I'm actually almost 3 decades in this, right? And so watching the evolution and watching what you've done at Reach in terms of building, for lack of better terms, a factory of quality that we can expect.
Yeah.
So then when the summer playlist comes, it's like, oh, we know we're gonna meet a lot of new people potentially for the first time, but coming through the factory now.
That's
because
right.
before we may not have seen them. It's hard to break through. There's so much releasing every week.
Yep.
But now it's coming here, and we're going to pay attention.
That's right.
And so this is a prime example of what happens
during
this process.
I love highlighting good art, and I think that's what, you know, I can go on a tangent about this, but just even in the Psalms, in the scriptures, and you got, you know, the Bible telling us to praise the Lord with the lyre and the harp, and then it says praise him skillfully. And I think we undermine how important skillfully is, and these are people, like that's what I've always loved, is people who are approaching this with skill.
Right.
And I want to highlight them. So it's like when I first, no big deal, I'm like, oh, highlight him. I'm posting about him. I'm doing whatever. Tory Deshaun, heard him, put him on my album, you know, and I don't have to sign him. I just want to highlight him.
That's good.
You know what I mean? And so
That's
when
good.
I heard Mizo, I said, oh my goodness.
How'd you first hear Mizo?
This
was it?
This.
Okay.
Ace and Dre played it, and I said, who and what are you playing me?
That's good. That's good.
So shout out to Dre and shout out to Ace for being in the trenches and
For
just,
real.
you know, building. I'm like, yo, when I hear people like this, I'm like, yo, like, are they being discipled? Are they being, where is the church at? Like, how can we support them? How can we help them?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love that.
And that too, the spiritual, the life skills, not just the music.
Yeah, for
Spiritual
sure.
and the life. People need to hear that part. Listen, these next two names you know.
Uh-oh.
But you may not have heard them like this before. It's Lee Vossi, Queen Lee. It's called You Say.
Oh, yeah.
One day I looked up, and I didn't even recognize myself. And I looked just like I've been through hell and back. But your word picked me up when I fell. And you gave me hope to put me back on track.
Man, if that's not a summer song,
Oh, yeah.
drop top, windows down.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't even know what I would be.
And it's got some crossover appeal.
Yes.
It works in urban, rhythmic, pop.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you if you think that could cross over the
Oh,
pop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's got great crossover appeal. She got a great tone. There's some new ad-libs I feel like in there. Hey. Hey.
Yeah, what a god, and you real ain't no facade. Anywhere I need him pulling up and always on the job. And you know I'm right here too, know my spirit bulletproof. Any weapon try to prosper, watch him turn it back on you. If I need him, yeah, I bang his line. Is he coming all the time? No, he love me, Valentine. How you know, renew my mind. Yeah, he my father. Sometimes my partner. That's why I'm so unbothered. When I need him, seek him harder. Oh yeah, I'm in his word, since I jumped off the curb. And I'm his daughter, so by me, you know he gonna splurge. And you can do it too, because he died for you. So when he call your name, be ready, cause he coming soon.
All right, Queen Lee. Great choices. Great
Levi's is killing it right now. She's killing it right now. This is a great collab. This is going to rock a lot of radio.
Yeah,
throughout the summer. It's going to rock a lot of radio.
That's a great record. I mean, that just fits in so many places. Like you got it's got pop appeal, but then, you know, the switch up to the New Orleans bounce gives it the urban appeal. The thing I like about Queen Lee, here's the thing I always tell a lot of, you know, Christian artists. I tell artists this in general is, you know, I'll have a lot of mainstream people who want to do records with me, and they'll send over an idea, and it's like all of a sudden they lose their superpower. Their ability to rap just diminishes, and the reason why is because they're not as familiar with the Christian faith, life, content to talk about it thoroughly,
right?
And so they can't get creative. And what I hear in Queen Lee is as she's grown as a believer, she's also grown as an artist because she's able to talk. She's able to talk more candidly about her faith because she's grown,
right? And
now she has more fluidity and more creativity in her approach, and it sounds so dope to listen to.
That's good.
Yeah, it sounds super
good.
dope. Yeah, I love it, man. It's heat. It's been all. I mean, I know this is the playlist, but it's like sometimes I'll be real. Sometimes there's songs on the summer playlist that you're like, man, this is good,
right?
But there's so many that are great. I mean, I feel like all these are all
so far, no skips.
Yeah, no skips.
No skips. All right, y'all. We're gonna go to song number 5. It's 116 Coca. Hopefully, I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah,
Jay Brown.
I got a story about Coca. We'll tell it when we get into it. But
okay.
But yeah, let's go. I haven't heard of Jay Brown.
I don't know where I'm going, but willing to wait. Yeah, put my trust in Yahweh. Before I leave the house, give him glory, I pray. Yeah, got my steps for the day. Dear God, thanks for all that you do. If it's from you, then I know that it's true. Send the provisions, the vision was true. Mixing with you, I feel like holy stew. Stew, now we bearing the fruit. I'm with the Trinity, look how we move. No one can separate me from the you. Gave it the old, now my body is new. Calling the spirit, he pick up hello. Told me he got me and he coming.
Well done. Well done, Coca.
I love that chorus.
Bring it back up.
Lord, you know what's on my heart. When I don't got the words to speak. I heard you stronger when I'm weak. So I'ma decrease and increase. He preparing me a table in front of my enemies. When I thought I wasn't able, he made it work out for me. I'm in this just like I bleed. We both for your name in these streets.
Excellent.
Been trying to tell them about the good news 7 days a week. Told the nation wake up. Nah, this ain't no time to sleep.
Where Jay Brown from? He's killed it. It's great. Great production.
That change up.
Yeah.
I love that change up.
That like, you know, kind of drill slash Philly
Jersey.
Yeah. My bad. Jersey. Yeah. I hadn't heard of Jay Brown. I don't know where he's from, but he did a great job. He really killed it. Coca.
I hadn't heard of her.
So I hadn't either. So
Okay.
So what happened was I did On the Radar. I was in New York. I went on the Radar, and there were a lot of guys who were in the mainstream, and they heard me rap, and they were like, "Yo, man, I produced for this artist. She was a mainstream rapper. We had a lot of dope stuff. She just found Jesus, and she's doing like Christian music now. She's trying to like do that." He's like, "You should check her out." And I said, "Oh, it's for sure, man." And usually, I'll tell them to like DM me because I'm on a run. But I had a second. I was sitting there and I said, "Yeah, let me see." I sat and I was like, "Oh, she is dope." Like she would have made it on the mainstream side if she would have. And I was like, it just burned in my brain. Because that's all my brain thinks is, can you compete at the highest level? You know what I mean? Like if we open up the curtains and the world is watching,
right?
Will you be able to, similar to Daniel? Daniel's saying, "Hey, look, let me eat the way I'm going to eat. Let me do the things I'm going to do, and I promise you, I'm going to still get this job."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Without all that stuff, right?
And so that's what I'm always looking for is if we open the curtain, will the world be able to see someone who's like, I can't argue with that? And that's what I heard in her. And so when Ace and Dre showed me the production, now I said, "Oh, y'all doing some Jersey, New York drill type stuff," and I was like, "Y'all gotta mess with this girl, Coca."
Yeah.
And it was like, "Who? Oh, we don't know who she is." I said, "Hold on, I'm send them her information, and it worked out."
That's the outcome. I mean, that's a big determination to make in 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, what did you see,
bro? Again, like, it's the authenticity. So she's from Brooklyn. You can hear it. You can feel it. And then, I saw what she was because she hadn't taken down some of her older stuff.
Got it.
So I saw.
So you can see a number of things you saw.
I said, "Oh, wow." Like her capabilities. And it's like, man, if God got a hold of her, what will she do for the kingdom? So it's one to watch, man. One to watch.
Good.
Yeah.
This next song, I'm going to say, I can't even remember what it sounds like, but because of the names, I'm going to already tell you it's not fair. It's Big Breeze, Swayze, and Mizo.
Oh, my goodness.
It's called Dip, y'all.
Oh, my goodness.
Dip me in the water, get my lemonade. Nothing sweeter than this
now. I
life.
remember this
When you in the
now.
shade.
Nothing sweeter than this love is like my lemonade. Really quench, thirsting for the word, like it's Gatorade. Dip me in that water, dip me in that water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember this now.
Dip me in that water, ooh, dip me in that water, dip me in that water, dip me in that water, dip me in that water.
Dip me in that water like I just got shaved. Dip into my wallet like I just
Swayze's crazy.
Stutter at the bread, please pay me. Would it be a summer wedding? Yeah, Swayze. Papita caliente, ¿dónde está mi malte?
Hey.
De aquí nadie me saca. Flotando en la pista, la barras en una hamaca. Y si Dios está conmigo, de verdad nada me falta. Sweat stain, Hanes, beat it in some Perrier. Yeah, the top down Chuchero speakers hate the 808s. Ain't no way my AC broke down Peach Street. I'ma need a peach tea, Coca-Cola mixed with lemonade.
Dip me in the water.
Hook is phenomenal.
The production is crazy.
Production
That was
is
two
crazy.
change-ups in one verse, bro.
Get my lemonade.
And Swayze,
When you in the shade.
He took your time
Man.
with it, cleans me on my sins,
Tasteful
wash me out like the
change-up.
lunch
Man.
mess. Devil wanna win, I decline, never going back. Stacking up my Bibles through the ceiling, no, I never lag. High up off his presence, smelling like his essence. Summertime topic of discussion came to breaking it. Mizo gon' step, yeah, nothing sweeter than this love is like my lemonade. Really quench, thirsting for the word, like it's Gatorade. Dip me in that water,
that showed
dip
me her
in that
versatility.
Yeah.
She's able to
Dip me in that water.
two different styles.
Dip me in that water, dip me in that water. Dip me in that water, dip me in that water.
What? What just happened?
Made me fresh and clean. Taking lemons, making lemonades, refreshing
just
me.
happened?
Dirty socks, ripped jeans, told me come as I am. I was just a lost soul, now I'm finally free. Blind to the word like it's cataracts. Told them put the pressure on me. I ain't folding, I got living water spilling on me.
That's like New York summer 90s.
Oh man.
You know what I saw when that came on? I almost saw like from like Do the Right Thing.
Do the right, the
walking
fire
through
hydrant.
right? Yeah, I saw Do the Right Thing in my head. Yo, hold up. Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. There's so many things that's on my mind. So one, on the production side, like having grown up a producer, I totally appreciate the creativity there. Mm-hmm. There were 2 tasteful change-ups in the first verse. Mm-hmm. Then that big change at the end. And so the one thing I want to say is sometimes when you've grown up on production and you've been like an SP12 guy or MPC guy, you get so used to linear production. Mm-hmm. Make a 4 8-bar pattern, let it run, do some drops here and there. Yep. This is so not that. So the other end of the spectrum sometimes is you get caught and can't finish the song. You want to do so much and you can't figure out like
how to land that plane.
So you put it on the side for a second, I'm gonna come back to it. You put it on the side for a second, I'm gonna come back to it.
Yeah.
To be able to do something that is so creative and engaging, bro, shout out to the production team.
Man, that was a great choice. That wasn't there when we listened to it.
It was not there. The song was there, but all those changes?
No.
And I'm not sure Breeze was on it the first time.
I don't remember him being on it either.
I remember Mizo for sure, but I don't remember Breeze.
He couldn't have been because the beat changed up and he destroyed that. Breeze's versatility.
That's do the right thing right there.
Grown.
That end.
My goodness. I gotta tip my hat to that whole. I mean, this summer playlist is crazy. It tip my hat to Swayze as well because to me he embodies like I don't know. He's able to do the new and the old well. Like the things that mattered for a kid like myself who grew up on 90s and early 2000 hip hop, where lyricism mattered.
Yes.
And then to be able to, I also am a student of the culture and understand, the 20 teens into the 2020s, and he's able to like live in those spaces. Then to bring the Latin element, it's so much all in one. That song is, it almost makes me mad. Because how good that record is, and I'm like, how like it's in the Lord's hands, but how much Lord give it the exposure it needs. So good, so good.
Something you said there, I want to just double click on for 1 second. You said when lyricism mattered,
man.
Say more.
I just think there was a time period. Honestly, there was a time period when it was, about the skill set in hip hop, and lyricism was a skill set. It took thought,
right?
And you had to work at being a craftsman to be able to make people stop and reflect on your words,
right?
Like, wait, what did he say?
Right.
Oh my goodness!
And that was so important then,
man.
It was so important. Punchlines were so important.
Man, so important.
Rakim, J. Rue the Damager.
Yeah.
Certain people you expected these punchlines. Let me ask you this. Is it difficult, because this is a question I ask myself all the time, is it difficult for a lyricist to transition to be able to be someone who can make, I'm going to use this phrase, musical compositions? How difficult is that?
I think so. I think it is because what I've seen a lot is some phenomenal battle rappers who can't make a record.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the audience's ears are trained for lyricism to hear what you're saying, whereas the general market is not trained to pay attention to the wordplay. They're just trained to pay attention to the sonics. How good does it sound?
Yeah.
And so cadence, melody, simplicity, all those things matter. When you can blend all that together, man, you're a loaded gun.
I love that too. That delineation between the two audiences, right? That consumer of the heavy lyricism versus the general market.
Right.
It's almost like when we call gritty CHH.
Yeah.
Versus what's happening in CHH more broadly.
That's right. That's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Oof. But when it comes together, and the person can do both.
Oh man, because what's happening now is you're getting the general market who just loves it, but then you're also getting the core fan of lyricism to be engaged as well. Now you're bringing two audiences together, and then you're also teaching one audience to appreciate another thing.
That's good. That's right.
So
that's good.
That's a double win.
Oof. All right, y'all. So this is a song we heard it doing the playback was definitely different because Not Clyde's been added to it with Rua Young, and it's called "Can't Turn This Off."
Love Not Clyde. Love it. Let's see what happens.
Bow. Step in this thing 1 2. Wanna get right, brand new. Demons stepped on deck 1 2. I said bow. Bow. The king of kings come through. Doing it like Sun Tzu. Bucket, green light when it go shoot. Yeah, 뒤는 안 가, I'm keeping it back. TSA, the spirit in check. Clicks and lights couldn't go the deck. Give me brother, sister, singing amen. Breaking the bread. The minute is Satan is dead. Block is a tongue while magazine. Pay for the cross that he bled. Okay, stepping it, known as done. Now with armor, come for the sun. No fear but downtown. Corinthians 6:18, only time that I run. Part of my drums, bumping and bump to the big trumpet blow. This is one audience show. All for his glory, tell my pride get low. 눈물을 멈추려 구겨진 얼굴 이젠 온전히 stank for the bass. Discuss the win for the world. 내 바람은 보은전하는 게 main. They say that I'm stained, but this stain for the blood made no more pain in the fate. Sprinkled a little bit of salt in my light and a beacon on top of the crate. Oh, okay, this ain't what you think. Walking all around with the light and make you blink. I said, oh yeah, this ain't what you think. You can't turn this off, yeah, we bout to make a scene. Yeah, can't turn this off. Yeah, no, you can't turn this off. Can't turn this off. Yeah, no, you can't turn this off. Can't turn this off. Hey, no, you can't turn this off. Wait, what you thought? No, you can't turn this. I'm on 110. The ink in my pen is gasolina. Baby, I'm going with the wind. I want it up bad, I'm cappuccino. Walking that light that I live. The demon in me, get hit with a beamer. That's the sound of my prayer closet. Put a hit on a reaper, up in a speaker. And he a preacher. What do you think? Baby, I'm lit like 10 toes and I'm still reaching up and I live for the king like 5 foot 7 feet. But 10 feet high when I said in his word and it's 6 feet under. When the enemy thought he could step to the Lord. I got the ESV with me. Yeah. Who thought they could stop me from shining? Yeah. They could have base. You kidding me? Can't do this hard. That's a him and me. Double this him and me. Glory to fall when I'm on my knees. Jesus the remedy. Don't need a recipe. Look, I got fire on my side. Don't need a light when I'm on higher beams. I'm so big. I'm stepping on leprechaun blue and y'all when I'm on higher things. We were NK. We younger. We spot base. Took it to 11. We stranger things. Joshua, Hova, Jireh. Ask him, seek him. He could do anything. Oh, okay. This ain't what you think. Walking all around with the light and make you blink. I said, oh yeah, this ain't what you think. You can't turn this off, yeah, we bout to make a scene. Yeah, can't turn this off. Yeah, no, you can't turn this off. Can't turn this off. Yeah, no, you can't turn this off. Can't turn this off. Hey, no, you can't turn this off.
Man.
Wait, what you thought? No, you can't turn this off.
Okay, there's so much.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's so much.
Production team, I just want you to know, I'm not missing any of the intricacies. Even that small computer turn off little bit.
Yep.
Right? All those little
that?
things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out of the beat also like felt like it was turned off, then it came back on. Let me start with what I feel. I mean, this song is coming out. What I feel like in comparison to the whole, this song is great for a lot of reasons, right? It's different. It's a little disruptive. I think that the chorus, it's not traditional. So I think it's polarizing. I think there's some people who are gonna love it, some people are gonna hate it. You know, they said that about Usher's "Yeah" when it first, it was like bah, 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 bah. People hated it, people loved it. So I can see this being polarizing. But I'm okay with that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I think I'm okay with that. What I really appreciate is like the I don't know, their cadence. They're just it's almost like like watching some kind of art get splattered everywhere and you're just like, whoa. And then you step back and it's like a masterpiece put together. It's like a mosaic. And then the other thing I think too, which people may not know, and I don't know if it's important, but to me, I thought about it, is like, it's a picture of the global church. These are two Asian artists.
Right.
So it's like a picture that's what I've always loved about hip hop. It's inclusive.
Yes.
It's not a black thing, a white thing, a Hispanic thing. Like, it's a global movement, and it mirrors the Christian faith.
Right.
The Christian faith is not a black or white or
Right.
It's global. And to see two Asian artists like representing in hip hop, and they're not missing a step, they're not missing a beat, they're blending in. I think there's another language spoken in there. I'm not sure what language I heard. Maybe was it Korean? I don't know what I heard, but I still was loving it.
I loved it.
You know what I mean?
loved it. And again, thank you to the team for listening to some of the things we said during the playback. Because we talked about adding someone.
That's right.
Right? And we threw out a few names.
That's right.
And so thank y'all for listening.
Not Clyde showed up.
There you go.
Good job.
Sheesh. Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna keep it moving. Let me also say this though to the team. Y'all definitely made this hard for radio. Right?
But
because when we think about radio, I've got a couple different audiences I'm thinking about. Like I told you before, I'm thinking about the mom in the kitchen, right? Like the Sirius XM listener, you got to think is person who's willing to pay for radio. Just stop there. Somebody willing to pay for radio, their demographic is a little different, right? They have a little more income, they skew women, they're soccer moms, right? Who love to dance the courses, but they have children in their home.
That's right.
Right? And so then I also think about the 25 to 44. So we've got several different audiences. And what's beautiful is so far from what I've heard, we've got something for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got something for everyone.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, to me too, I love it because this is not a monopoly. Like the last 2 songs we just heard, those are not Reach signed artists.
Right,
I mean, you know, we don't have Lee Bossie, Queen Lee. We don't have Coca, Jay Brown, Swayze, Big Breeze,
Keon Boone.
They're not signed to Reach. So to me, I love the fact that all these artists are getting, if they're on radio, it's not Reach being highlighted, it's CHH being highlighted. That's exciting.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, y'all, we're going to go into song number 8. KJ Kemp, 404 Chew, and the bro, DKG Kai. It's called Stepper.
DKG.
He doesn't miss.
That's it.
Let's go. Step, share catch,
I heard that iProject tag.
Step.
Load it up, bro.
Step. Let's go. Real stepper, yeah. Squish it NIV, I don't need no shell catcher, yeah. Devil talk to me, then he get pale backwards, yeah. Boy, how I'm got, I don't need my seal vacuum, Real smacker, holy stepping, lid tapper, Let's go. Life and death in the tongue, that boy a real capper, yeah. Walk through the shadow of death, them boys on feel factor, Them boys not outside, I'm in that real chapter, yeah. Folks don't live with they pre, boy, you a real rapper. In the trenches, selling word, yeah, boy, I'm a real trapper. If the devil was a person, run up, boy, I still slap him. Running laps around these demons, first and last, I still lap him. I can't pull up in no Hellcat, talk to mama, angel dog. I'm so Christian, only flying spirit when I'm taking off. Can't live by those. Boy, I read my word, the little boy faking dog. Faking foreign. Boy, I see a demon, I might shake it off. Yo, real stepper, yeah. Squish it NIV, I don't need no shell catcher, yeah. Devil talk to me, then he get pale backwards, yeah. Boy, how I'm got, I don't need my seal vacuum,
Real step in heaven, I'm a real member. Catch a demon, leave him blue, looking like revealed genders. I was sick inside my sin, but Jesus made me feel better. I just play the cards and hand them demons wig, I still spell. Hey, we ain't selling 3 5s, got inside the truck though. Call up KJ, get them by the bundles, call them Costo. Yeah, me don't hablo English, I been beefing with the Ablo. She ain't praising Jesus, she can't kick it like Ronaldo. Screech me, tell me preach. Okay, should we sign the label, that's a reach. If I found a sin, I jack it up, I feel like me. Think let's shot a bridge, she hit my phone and clock it T. Yeah, treat her like a V, she don't praise God and we won't meet. Yeah.
Real stepper, yeah. Squish it NIV, I don't need no shell catcher, yeah. Devil talk to me, then he get pale backwards, yeah. Boy, how I'm got, I don't need my seal vacuum,
Pop out with that, it's on me, know it's staying by my side. Like I'm playing flip a coin, I told doggy pick a side. If you step for G-O-D, I'm on your block, just come outside. Baby holy, she keep that and she down to ride. In the 404 with true, killing demons, what I do. Looked them in the face and asked them, you said you did what the who? Bible blick and gospel block go crazy, that's my whoop-de-whoop. Walk them down, told them this one easy, they said shoot or shoot. Killing my flesh, living this life so crazy, know that I'm walking with Jesus. Ask me, Kai, why you hate these demons? Know that I got my reasons. If you my dog, know that I'm stepping for the gang, no we ain't talking no trees. Looking at sin, know that I'm making it fall, no we ain't talking no seasons. Real Christian stepper, sauce like lemon pepper, I know miracles, cause I was healed just like the leper, Know that we started this drill, feeling like Shador, I'm killing my demons in the field. Told my baby, throw up DKG, so I know it's real.
Real stepper,
That was bar heavy.
NIV, I don't need no shell catcher,
That was bar heavy.
It's so aggressive.
I don't need my seal vacuum,
He said, until we on the label, that's a reach.
Yeah, that to me, that's one of those locker room anthems. You know what I'm saying? That's just like my son's football team the coach asked if I can make a playlist. That one's going on there. You know what I mean? That's just like bench press.
It's perfect.
You know what I mean? Like you're gonna lift the whole gym listening to that type of record.
They may walk out to that. Come out the locker room.
Huh? Yeah. Solid, man. I think it's very solid. I think it's I love seeing. I think 404 is like a youngin out here, so I love seeing the youngins. Like, just to me, that's encouraging. That I don't even know if he's 19. You know what I mean?
Right.
But to see somebody young like that just representing and standing on Jesus, I hadn't heard of KJ.
I was going to say I was trying to see where he's from. I had not heard of KJ Kemp.
I hadn't heard of him, but he set it off. His verse was if I'm being honest, his was my favorite, and really? I never heard of him. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to his Instagram now, check him out. Okay, where's he? Let's see. Holy Hospital out now. KJ Kemp, we looking for you. We want to know where you from, brother.
I hadn't heard of him, but I think he's from Atlanta.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, I think he's from Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. But I hadn't heard of him, but he's fire. He was my favorite on the verse. I'd love to hear more from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna play this one, and then I think you'll have to explain yourself after this one because this was not on the playlist, bro. So you'll have to explain yourself after we hear this.
Okay.
This is a Lift Me Up remix. Lecrae Alexander Bean.
Tengo en la frente de tanto que me he dado. Al frente tanta gente yo me siento tan soleado. Lágrimas me bajan por el rostro, pero sé que mi socorro está ahí al lado. Cuando todo va mal, levántame, y al tropezar, levántame. Yeah, so blinded. Give out so much love, I don't know where to find it. What I'm feeling right now, I can't define it. Overwhelmed over things I'm reminded. Yeah, living underneath. So much pain, I go through life with no relief. Sunday morning, lift my head to find my peace. Running on E, swimming in deep waters. That deep water, trying to keep my head above the deep waters. Cause they want me dead up under deep waters. Cause they want me dead up under deep water. When it all goes dark, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up. When it all goes dark, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up. Panas se marcharon cuando me caí. Qué fácil se viraron todos, quieren verme pudrir. Dime si eres como ellos o eres para mí. Es difícil confiar, es difícil seguir. Yeah. Soy la caña que va en el anzuelo. Me tiran alta mar, a ver qué les llevo. Quieren más de comer, aunque ya están llenos. Consiguen lo que quieren, me tiran de nuevo. Sácame de la deep waters. Cada vez que caigo corro a ti, Father. Cada vez que llamo estás ahí, Father. El tanque está en E, no me dejes morir. Yeah. Cuando todo va mal, levántame. Y al tropezar, levántame. Is it in my head or are you right here? I've been on my lonely trying to fight tears off. It's hard to see a heaven when it's hell down here. It's hard to see a heaven.
I've got questions.
All right.
So one, how did you decide to? Because this is like the remix no one knew they needed, right? So because now you expand markets, cross over. Alexander was a dope signing and a strategic move. I think a lot of us admire. But now, how did you decide to put that on this versus your 10th album?
Oh, good thought. One is I felt like he needed his own moment. You know what I mean? He needed his own moment and not like wrapped up in the hype of reconstruction. And there's so much else going on. And it's kind of like, it's like there's all these Lecrae moments happening why do I want to pay attention to this Lecrae moment, happening versus here? It's like there's only a couple Lecrae moments on this summer playlist,
right?
And so if there's eyeballs are coming, they're coming for these couple of moments, and I want one of those moments to be where Alexander gets seen, because he's a phenomenal talent.
Right.
And the crazy part about this record is when I put it in front of him, it was an idea, just like, hey, I don't know if you'd be interested, because I never want to force anything on my artists.
Wait a minute. Can we back up a second? I appreciate your humility. I really do. But who will say, hey, this is just an idea? Do you want to come be a part of a remix of a record that's done very well for me?
Listen.
I know you don't say it that way.
Listen to me. This new generation, you never know, man.
That's fair.
You never know.
That's fair. Has anyone ever really said no?
Yes.
Really?
But again, I don't think in their mind they knew. It was more like naivete or ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I'm trying to give you a layup.
I mean, a layup with a ladder.
Right. But in their mind, because the younger generation can be overwhelmed with like things that don't matter, metrics that don't matter. And so good. If it's like, wait, it doesn't hit this metric, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
interesting.
That's not, our goal is longevity, is for you to have a sustainable career over a long period of time.
Right.
Not a flash in the pan. And sometimes they'll think, hey, this is not a flash.
It's not a flash.
What is, can we get a flash? And I'm like,
I get that.
I understand. And I'm not going to force that on you. Alexander, however, not only did he say yes, he was excited, he was overwhelmed, he was honored, and then he immediately went into the studio and recorded what you heard.
That's good. Where's he based?
He's now he's based in Louisiana. He's from Puerto Rico.
Right.
But now he's based in Louisiana. And that's a crazy story in and of itself. But the wild thing to me about this is, like, Alexander really, like, his talent just there's so many things you could put him on, but I just know he's like a standout talent. And so it's like, nah, put him on something that really there's a lot of songs we could have done, but put him on something. This was good. Yeah.
Because it has a lot of room to breathe.
Yeah.
Because of the tempo and everything that's already there. So this is good. Let me ask you another question, a style question. I remember this is probably a year or so ago. I forget where you were when you were talking about this, and you said when people talked about your style, sometimes they would say, "Oh, you sing well," and you said, "Singing? Is that what y'all call it?"
Yeah.
You remember that comment? What do they call it now? What do you call it?
I would say being melodic. It's like melodic rap to me. That's how I see it. I know, like, a singer. See, again, this is somebody who's lived through multiple eras.
That's what
So when you know singers,
right.
You know
that's what I'm wondering. Sometimes is it us because of our age that we say that's not singing?
Right. Yeah. So the younger generation would say that's singing.
They would say singing.
But for us, we're like, no, that's for like melodic rap. You know what I mean? Singing is Mary J. Singing is
Luther.
You know what I mean? Like even in just recent generations, it's like Tank. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I know for them, they're like, nah, that's singing.
That's singing.
And it's like, well,
okay,
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as you like it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, he explained it, folks, because I as soon as I saw it, I said, yeah, this was not on the playlist.
It wasn't. Alexander, he earned that one, man. He go crazy.
Love it.
I love that kid.
Love it. All right, y'all. We got 3 names that I've not heard before on this next song. I'm excited to hear. It's from Del Mac, Why Shady, which we just heard. We just learned he's the younger brother of Still Shady, as well as UG Official. It's called Before the Dawn.
I heard of Del Mac. He's crazy. He's nuts.
Where's he from?
That's a good question. I'm not sure where he's from, but he's nuts.
It's always darkest before the dawn. When I thought
shout out to the production again. Sounded good off the top.
It's always darkest before the dawn.
Woo! That's that Del Mac right there.
So where do I start? I was a broken kid with a broken heart. Life told me that I gotta go back, but I wouldn't move like Rosa Parks. God told me that I gotta keep faith. Change my name from sinner to son. The suffering right now I feel was hard, but won't compare to the joy that comes. How many times did I cry these tears and I felt like no one could hear my pain? How many times did I run like Peter and felt like God wouldn't break the chain? I had no words to say, my light was dim, the sky was grey, but then my father told me pray. Lord, please hear what I say. Look, our Father you are in heaven, oh hallowed be thy name. I need your strength, I need your love to help me make it through the rain. Whenever I feel like I have no chance and there's no way you'll save, I go to your empty tomb and remember what you did for me at the grave. So Heavenly Father, I thank you, cause I know that you will win. The light will overcome the dark just like you overcame my sin. My friend, my Lord, we laugh, we mourn, but joy comes in the morning. It's always darkest before the dawn.
It's always darkest before the dawn. When I thought all hope was lost, you were steady on. It's always
That's why Shady, it runs in the family.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, it runs in the family. Great. Great writing.
Love it.
Dear Lord, I want to say thank you. Because when I thought there weren't no hope, it was you that told me to keep.
Del Mac's another one I feel like could be a mainstream staple. Like,
I had not heard of him before, but he's so good.
Yeah.
So what's he been doing?
That's why I call on your name all day.
He works with a kid Gio, who I'm going out to Europe.
Gio.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's that boy that came of age. It's that lost soul that you came and rescued out of the maze. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Because before the dawn there was darkness, and I was moving heartless, but you still showed love regardless. You gave me all the strength I needed to render the enemy harmless. From just one touch of your garment, now I walk with you covered and armored. We've come a long way from living in villainous ways. Now my life is for giving you praise. Tomorrow is yours, I live for today. Yeah, now I walk with faith, knowing it's you by my side. Thank you for renewing my life.
It's always darkest before.
Shout out to the UK. They've been going crazy.
Right?
When I thought all hope was lost, you were steady on. It's always darkest before the dawn.
Yeah. I love a good UK rapper, man.
You were steady on.
That vibrato on the back end of his delivery.
Yeah,
that's natural. Or is that?
As far as I know, I've heard him do it on other songs, so I would imagine so. Yeah.
That's nice.
Nah, Del Mac is great.
Yeah, the tone and his voice and that natural vibrato.
Yeah, I gotta work with him. I gotta work with him and Gio. I need to just lock in and I've been working so hard. But
Gio's tough.
I love both of them, man. But really great record. Great
nice
production.
Yeah, and I always felt like Still Shady was underappreciated. And so I still, when he drops a record, I'm always trying to figure out how we support. But I definitely don't want to see that happen to Y Shady either. He's got a lot.
That's right. Yeah, I think that there's a, CHH is a thriving community in America, and I think it's there's, as far as the UK is concerned, there's just been it's kind of like hip hop in a sense. Like hip hop is this American thing until the UK just kind of like says, hey, this is how we're running.
Right.
And I think similarly with CHH, it's kind of like just having its own like world and like, hey, this is that staple artist out here. This is what it looks like. And then, just bleeding over in the same way that it's done on the mainstream side. I think we can do a better job because, we have a common mission.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is there a better way to create a bridge?
Yeah, I think there should be. We have a common mission. I think we just need to, because it's really not that far of a flight either. That's the other crazy part. It's not like
7-8 hours.
That's what I'm saying, but it's not. I mean, from New York to LA. You know what?
Same time, 5 hours.
Yeah, 5 hours, 6 hours. So it's like if New York and LA can combine, then New York and the UK, like it should just be a little more commonplace. So it just takes some intentionality.
That's good.
Yeah,
man. Shout out to all y'all. Del Mac, Y Shady. Del Mac, I want to hear more, bro. Y Shady, UG Official. Let's go to song number 11. It's I Project, Melodic B, who's been killing it lately, and the incomparable Trip Lee. It's called Found Me.
3 great ones.
I was out for the count and you took me down to the river laying at your feet. I had no joy, then you showed me grace. Now I know that you'll never leave. You gave me hope, you set me free. I know you carry me. And I was down for the count, thought there was no way out. I was drowning in the sea. Found me. Set me free, I know you'll never leave. You found me. You found me.
I was down, I was out. Sad matter of fact. Grade school, I'm the one they used to laugh at.
All right, Melodic.
I was hurt, found my worth on the internet. You pulled up in the fire, I was me shit. And the Bendigo tried to take me for the low. But I'm worth more. Proof is in the holes in your hands. When you died for me, made me wanna praise in advance. And I know, and it's only you. Hands to the sky, how can I be used? Muted all the noise, only you I choose. It's in your Holy Spirit, show me what to do. So now I'm yours forever. It ain't no time better than right now. When Lucy try to spin the block, I tell him pipe down. Cause it ain't nothing back there for me. I was out
Just that Sunday riding, you know, on the way to church.
Absolutely.
Just kind of vibing. I Project Melodic Beat, great. I know the new guy, Trip Lee, I hadn't heard of him.
You set me free, I know you carry me.
And I Project, I thought I didn't know who he was. I don't know if this is a name change, Isaac Thomas. I know him as Isaac Thomas.
I'm not sure. I just know him for a lot of the production.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But dope. I'm glad to see this for him. He's been working for a minute.
Yeah.
Live my whole life on thin ice, you let me skate anyway. Can't get enough of your mic, pick me up. Murder's light, mercy made me murder my sinister side. Could put me in the Olympic Olympics. How I'm weak, but I'm strong. How I sleep in his arms, but I'm hype. Eternal light vision. Blessed are the poor, I prefer them tight riches. When I forget I'm scarred, I prefer the mic stitches. I've been healed from the dark, you ain't heard of light switches. Every now and then I feel so lost again. Like a villain till I'm kneeling at your cross again. He's my life jacket, toss, try to drown me. Yeah, I was lost, buddy. Found me.
I was out for the
See, Trip has been, a lot of people don't know, he's been doing a lot of vertical music lately.
What do you mean by that?
Vertical, just like worshipful music that points up, and like he's working on something really incredible right now that I won't pull the curtain back on, but the vertical version of Trip Lee, I think him being a former pastor and like he's just like, hey, how do we get people to praise the Lord in this space? You know what I mean? So this seems like he's moving. It's just another song in that direction.
Yeah.
You found me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, what's interesting about what you just said is like that seems to be almost a theme happening in these walls here at Reach, right? When I look at some of Tedashi's new work and him singing
Hovey,
the way
Tadashi.
he is, Hovey, I mean,
yeah, Trip. A lot of people don't know Trip and Ace are prolific writers. So a lot of melodies you hear in songs, and I won't give away what songs, but some pretty big songs that are vertical, that are worshipful, were written by Ace and Trip. You know, so even when you hear, you know, some of Trip's newest stuff, you know, he won't sing it, but he'll write it.
He'll write it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he'll get the singers to sing those parts. He's a really great writer. So
that's good.
It's Kirk Franklin. You know, he's Kirk's godson anyway, so he's similar to Kirk. Like
Is that
Kirk.
right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's in the genes. The God genes.
Right.
All right, y'all. This is, if you can believe it, the last song on
Crazy.
the Summer 25 track list, and we'll do a wrap up after this.
Yeah.
It's No Weapon, 116 DC3, Limo Blaze, and Lecrae.
Drama, Jason told me son no.
Heavyweights. DC and Limo.
And that guy Lecrae killed me.
Jason told me son no. Drama, Just tell me son.
Freeze back with it.
Really back.
I'm back and telling them what I mean. You see, I spoken to the enemy and told him got a fire. They been so you're trying to defeat. But make no sense. You silly. He couldn't believe. Since they been bugging me, fussing me, finding ways to get under me. Attempted, but still back on my feet this morning. I woke up and I thought to myself, and no weapons form shall prosper. And if tried on my side, brother, but the name's Holy Mocker. That's apparently sinning that used to handle me, rushing me till I spoke in the Lord and I couldn't handle me. Damage me, got away for the snakes. I've been watching calories actually, so I'm not getting bitten like I'm a celery. No, I'm a celery, I'm a vegetable, sending a chili towards the energy, moving decimals, pointing to balance. I lost again as I'm praying for silence, so we colliding to make a synergy, feeling somebody feeling me. Please, G's, they ain't peace, broken church, so we're streets and repeat. Young souls lost, so we're on the knees. These times getting peed, knees, gems getting deep, need arm off, got lost, gems getting weak. It's free.
Goodness. I blame KB for that.
Yeah. Oh, is that what's the connection?
I'm just saying the way he rapping. That's that KB.
That's that.
Goodness.
KB's a unicorn, man.
I love hearing Limo in this pocket. DC3 is crazy.
Jason tell me, son, what do they want from me? Tell him to come for me. I keep some guardian angels as company. Plus, he move comfort me. I'm living comfortably. Snake on the shoes, yeah, the serpent is under me. Finally, I see his empire crumbling. Kingdom advancing, I feel it in front of me. Tell all these rappers out here to live humbly. Or feel the pain of the prodigals humbling. Drama on drama. My death is a comma. I read about the end of the saga. I gave my life to the Father. I knew there'd be problems, but I didn't anticipate all this. Answer this call, I ain't missing my calling. Staring at death, asking why are you stalling? They think I'm falling, I'm flying. I jumped off the peak of Mount Zion and run with the lion. Drama. Jason told me, son, no. Drama. Jason told me, son, no. I'm 16, drama. Jason told me, son, no. Drama. Jason told me, son, no. I just the grind, I don't get time, I don't watch anybody.
Oof. I'm not gonna lie, the kid DC3 put me on my heels.
Man.
Put me on my, because when we first heard it, I was like, yo, I gotta do something. But
right, you weren't on that when we did the playback.
Nah,
Yeah,
I wanted a record with him, and I just was like, man, I just want, and it's like, yo, man, Limo is another one of our Reach artists. I owe Limo so much in terms of just like, I don't think I get enough time with him, being that he's in the UK, and just to give him his flowers, man. He's leading a movement, man. He's a leader. I just, if I can stand next to Limo and give him more opportunities, I want to do it. And this was that. But then also DC3, just, the kid is 18, man.
Where's he based?
London.
He's in London.
Kid is 18, and he's just taking the world by storm. And I was like, I just want to, you know, for me, it's like, I want to stamp some people, if that makes sense. If my stamp is worth anything, let me stand next to some of these kids and just say, because there's a generation, I know for the younger generation, they like, what are you talking about? They stamping you. We listen to them, not you. You know what I'm saying? But I think for the tastemakers, the industry, those people who look at Lecrae as like, oh yeah, he knows what's happening, then me standing next to certain artists can help propel them in certain formats, in certain ways. So.
One of the things you highlight too, man, is we are just so, we just can't be myopic when we think about our music and what we do in our ecosystem. Like we just have so many different audiences now with many different tastes. And so the days of old of just trying to appeal to one demographic, et cetera, is, man, that's blown apart. I mean, of course, we want everyone to establish their audience, but then also think of the flow over to to the broader. Yeah,
absolutely.
What's some of your I'll give you one of my takeaways. Yeah, I would love to hear some of your takeaways. One takeaway for me is that when you listen to this playlist and some of these songs, some of them demand follow-up songs and collaborations. The Nike Porsche Love is a must-do.
Yes.
Let's put that on the list. The Nike Porsche Love album, EP, whatever you guys want to call it. Yes. There's a project that we're waiting for.
Yesterday.
Thank you.
We need it yesterday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would dare to say Mizo needs a project. I don't know in what construct. I don't know what that looks like.
Yes.
But we need a Mizo project.
Mizo, I'm just gonna tell you this now. I'll probably send you a message later. But if you're watching this, Mizo, what I need you to know is, after the world hears you on this, they're coming. So stand firm.
They're coming.
Trust in the Lord. Listen to good wisdom. And if it ain't biblically based, don't bite.
There you go. I mean, yeah. And there's a women's CHH project waiting to be done. Now, we've been talking about it, I'll be honest, on the Holy Coaches side, but I don't care where it comes from. I'm happy for us to do it or be a part of it, but there's a women's CHH project that's not just, to me, a project. It's the start of a continuum.
That's right.
That we need more of in our space.
See, we've been around long enough. See, people know the world, know Jason Wilson now as like a guru and a voice in the culture.
Right.
But I remember the Her
Project. Yes. The Her Project.
And man,
I still rock a song or two off that project.
It was a phenomenal project. So it's like we know it's just a recognizance and just like coming back around to some of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's smart.
The last thing is the DKG Kai drill sound and whatnot. The as he continues to do features and whatnot, I'm interested to see how we get more of that sound. In our space, because he never misses. But him bringing some more friends to the table and different collabs and whatnot, I think there's more room for that sound.
I don't disagree. I think what it would take, for me, what I think he should do, because Detroit is having a movement in hip hop in general, and I think he's just got to own that he's the leader of that realm.
That's good.
Like just be the leader and pull people to the forefront. He's already a leader in his own right, but I think it's like, man, just discipling people, investing in people, and just like, man, there's a world there that just can be pushed. Yeah, and so we need more movements.
We need more of that.
Yeah.
What are some of your takeaways?
I love, number one, I love the just the presence of women, right? Like within the space, just Anike, Porsche Love, Lee Vasi, Queen Lee, Coca, Mizo. I love that they are holding their own. In my opinion, they have some of the best songs.
They do, no doubt.
So I love to see that. I love that. I think that's a big thing for us right now. To me, it says that we as a culture of Christians are not tone deaf to what society, where society's going artistically, musically. I also think that, you know, it feels like, I don't know if this is the case, shout out to Dre and Ace if this is the case, but it feels like the production, the coaching is getting smarter. The A&Ring is still a thing. Because A&R went away when a lot of artists were just in their basement making their own music, but they don't realize, you know, like this works for one mode, but radio, right? Some songs are good for streaming, but not good for radio.
Correct.
And I think the A&R did a good job of just like, hey, make this more palatable, more broader for people who aren't in your just not little, but your niche.
Your niche.
You know what I mean?
And get out your comfort zone. One of the things I love about watching Ace and Dre work is gently, but assertively, I don't know if that's a contradiction, but pushing people out of their comfort zone. Pushing them on the delivery, pushing them on challenging the lyrics and how they fit with the rest of the song, pushing them on structure. Right? 4-minute songs are not as palatable anymore.
That's right.
You know, getting down to that 230-ish and below range. I mean, I'm just saying. Even the structure, having a hook or something happen that captures you in the first 3 to 5 seconds.
That's the way our brains work. Is it sticky? Is it something that we can constantly say over and over again? And that's to me, that's the math part of music. There's magic in math. That's the math, and it's still work. It's still craftsmanship. You know, when you see a beautiful home, someone wasn't just like, "Yeah, I just felt inspired and I just built it." It's like, no.
And if you did, you handed it off. Excuse me. You handed it off to someone who could actually bring it to life.
That's right. That's right. So it's kind of like, man, there's some math, there's some measuring that has to happen in order for it to be everything that you want it to be.
Absolutely.
So I think that's it. The last thing I think is that, as somebody who's been in this space for 2 decades, I learned about new artists.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
It's the second to last thing I say. This is the last thing I will say about one of my biggest takeaways too, is there was a time, you know, you go back to, I don't know, 05, 20 years ago. And all I wanted was for CHH to sound as good as mainstream radio. And I was like, why do we keep getting pats on the back? Oh, good job. You said Jesus. Why are we not being skillful? And now, fast forward, I didn't hear anything on there that sounded like, oh, that's pretty good for Christian.
That must be Christian rap.
Right. You know what I mean? It was like, that's honestly like, and people are unashamed of their faith.
Right.
Like, as much as I went through my whole ordeal of like, well, what should I call myself? It was a new time.
Right.
The distinguishing factor for me that made me rise to visibility was the fact that I was the Christian rapper. And so the thing I was running from is the thing that put eyeballs on me. And I don't hear that tension here. I hear unashamed Christians.
That's right.
Rapping.
Yeah.
And it sounds great.
Yeah. Well, y'all, we thank you for joining us and being a part of the journey of sharing the Summer 25 track list, with you. It's been a great process. Again, if you didn't watch the draft, I actually encourage you to go back and watch the draft. Because you may enjoy kind of juxtaposing what's on the final and hearing some of the things we talked about during the draft.
Night and day.
I mean, just beautiful to watch it. To follow these artists that we're talking about are still growing in their careers. And by the way, none of us are ever done growing, right? But they could use your support. So if you're digging the songs, which I know you are, go follow the artists and support them. One of the reasons that we're involved from Holy Culture's perspective is just that. We want to see new artists come out into the space. We want to see the ecosystem grow.
Yeah.
We want to see a healthy ecosystem, and Reach has been at the forefront of bringing high quality music consistently to the table. And the third thing I'll tell you is the project drops in full tomorrow. So if you're watching this premiere, or you're listening right now on Sirius XM tomorrow, or should we say midnight, go ahead and listen to the project. Matter of fact, you should go pre-save it now and then listen tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. This is the Summer 25 playlist brought to you by Reach Records in partnership with Holy Culture Radio.
They snuck that in.
Yeah, big time.